Have you ever had one of those days where nothing seems to go right? Where challenges keep coming, and you find yourself asking, why is this happening to me? You're not alone in these thoughts. Many of us find ourselves in the midst of trials, wondering about their purpose in our lives. Now think about this. What if these struggles aren't just random events? What if they're a part of something bigger, a design set by God for a specific reason? Today, we're going on a journey, a deep dive into understanding our challenges. We'll explore the idea that maybe, just maybe, these struggles are not mistakes or mere coincidences. Instead, they could be steps, carefully laid out, guiding us towards God's greater plan for our lives. Life, in its essence, isn't always a straight path. Often, it's a series of winding roads, uphill climbs, and sometimes unexpected downpours. While these moments can be disheartening, they also hold within them lessons, growth, and opportunities that we might not see at first glance. Isn't it curious that some of our most valuable life lessons come from facing challenges? That the moments we grow the most, the moments we discover our true strength, often arise from adversity. It's in these moments that we're pushed to our limits, only to find out that our limits can stretch far beyond what we ever imagined. Imagine if we shifted our mindset from seeing struggles as setbacks to viewing them as setups for something greater, a divine alignment. Each obstacle then becomes a stepping stone, guiding us, refining us, preparing us for the promises God has in store. So, as we move forward today, I invite you to open your heart and mind to this perspective, to consider that every challenge, every tear, every question mark is, in fact, a part of God's intricate and loving design for your journey. Together, let's uncover the beauty hidden within our struggles and realize that they are, indeed, pivotal chapters in our story, penned by the greatest author of all time. In every culture and across history, fire has been both a symbol of destruction and transformation. It holds the power to consume, but also the unparalleled ability to purify. Just as a blacksmith uses the intense heat of a furnace to transform raw metal into something valuable and strong, God uses our challenges as a refining process for our spirits. The book of Proverbs offers a striking comparison in 17:3. The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold, and the Lord tests hearts. It's not by coincidence that these powerful metaphors were chosen. Let's unpack this a bit. When gold is heated, the impurities trapped within rise to the surface, making it easier for the goldsmith to remove them. Once these impurities are taken away, what's left is a precious metal of the purest form, radiant and valuable. In the same vein, our struggles act as that fire for our souls. They surface our fears, our doubts, our weaknesses. But here's the beauty of it. Just as the goldsmith doesn't discard the gold because of its impurities, God doesn't turn away from us amidst our flaws. Instead, He uses these challenges to bring them to the forefront, not to shame us, but to cleanse us. By facing our tribulations head-on, we shed layers of doubt, insecurity, and pain, revealing a stronger, more resilient, and faith-filled self beneath. This realization is transformative. When life throws its fiery trials at us, rather than succumbing to despair with questions like, "Why is this happening to me?" we can rise above, adopting a proactive mindset and ask, "What is God teaching me through this?" In shifting our perspective this way, we open ourselves to growth, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of our purpose. So the next time you find yourself amidst the flames of adversity, remember this. Just as fire refines gold, your struggles are refining you. Embrace the process, knowing that with each challenge comes an opportunity for a more radiant, faith-filled you. When we talk about refinement, it's more than just a process. It's a journey, a transformation. But why does God choose this method? Why not simply bestow upon us all the wisdom, strength, and resilience we need from the very start? Well, there's profound wisdom in God's methods. Imagine a sculptor standing before a block of marble. Within that raw, unshaped stone lies a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. With every strike, with every chisel, the artist reveals a bit more of the masterpiece hidden within. The process might seem aggressive, even painful from the marble's perspective. But the end result is a thing of beauty. We are much like that marble, and God, the master sculptor, sees the potential within us. Our trials are His tools, chipping away our rough edges, revealing the best version of ourselves. Consider a diamond, one of the most sought-after gems in the world. Its beauty is undeniable, but did you know it starts as a mere piece of coal? It's the intense heat and pressure underground that transforms it into the dazzling gem we so admire. Similarly, our struggles, as intense and pursuing as they may feel, are forming diamonds within our souls. Every challenge polishes a new art. Every hardship adds depth and clarity into our character. And now, armed with this understanding, we can face our tribulations with a renewed spirit. Rather than viewing them as relentless flames seeking to consume us, we can see them as the refining fires molding us into spiritual gold. It's a call to embrace the heat, to lean into the discomfort, and to emerge with a shine that only a life well-tested can produce. So, the next time you're amidst a fiery trial, just pause and remember, this isn't a punishment. It's a process that's forging, molding, and refining you into a beacon of faith and resilience. Trust in God's process and know that He's crafting something beautiful within you. Endurance is often visualized as a marathon runner, pushing through miles and miles, ignoring the fatigue and pain, keeping their eyes on the finish line. But endurance is not just for athletes. It's an essential spiritual muscle that we all need to cultivate. And just like any muscle, it grows stronger through resistance, through exercise, and yes, through struggles. Remember, character isn't built in comfort. It's forged in adversity. It's crafted in those moments when giving up seems like the easiest option, yet we choose to press on. It's molded when we lean on God, drawing strength from His promises, and standing firm in our faith, even when the ground beneath us feels shaky. To put it plainly, our struggles are the sandpaper smoothing our rough edges, the furnace refining our essence, and the chisel shaping our character. And the masterpiece being created? It's a version of us that's closer to God, grounded in faith, and radiant with hope. So, as we journey forward, let's embrace our trials, not with dread or fear, but with gratitude, recognizing that these are not mere obstacles, but divine tools, designed meticulously by God, to sculpt, to refine, and to elevate us. And in this transformative process, we don't just survive, we thrive, emerging as beacons of endurance and pillars of character. Throughout history, the most inspiring tales are not of those who had a straight and unerring path to their destiny, but of those who stumbled, faced detours, yet ultimately found their true north. And often, this true north is not a destination we've marked on our maps, but a divine destiny that God has charted for us. Jeremiah 29:11 is more than just a comforting scripture. It's a profound declaration of God's promise. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." This verse isn't just about God's knowledge. It's about His intentions, His desires for our well-being, and the bright future He envisions for each one of us. Have you ever been on a journey and taken a wrong turn, only to discover a path even more beautiful than the one you intended? Sometimes, our perceived missteps, our challenges, and struggles are God's way of redirecting us. They're divinely orchestrated detours meant to lead us closer to the path He's laid out for our lives. Let's think of it like a tapestry. Up close, the backside of a tapestry appears messy, filled with knots, tangled threads, and seemingly random patterns. But when we step back and view it from the other side, we see a magnificent design. Our lives can often feel like that messy backside, with struggles and challenges that seem without purpose or pattern. But God sees the full picture, the beautiful design He's weaving of our life's journey. When you're in the thick of a challenge, it's natural to question its meaning. Why this? Why now? But perhaps the question should be, what is God preparing me for? Maybe that job loss is opening doors to a vocation that's more aligned with your passions. Perhaps a broken relationship is making way for connections that bring you closer to your divine purpose. Every struggle, every redirection is a stitch in the grand tapestry of your life. In moments of doubt, instead of relying on our limited vision, let's turn to God's infinite wisdom. By seeking His guidance, by diving deep into prayer and reflection, we allow Him to illuminate our path, trusting that even if it feels like a detour now, it's steering us towards a brighter, more purpose-filled horizon. In conclusion, challenges are not roadblocks. They're signposts. They don't halt our journey. They guide it. And as we navigate these paths, let's remember, we're not wandering aimlessly. We're aligning step by step with the beautiful, hope-filled purpose God has crafted especially for us. When we consider the vastness of God's plan, our struggles, as overwhelming as they may seem, can be seen in a new light. Have you ever observed how a river, when faced with a boulder, doesn't just halt its course? Instead, it finds a way around, creating a new pathway, sometimes even more scenic than before. Similarly, our life's tribulations might be those very boulders, and our faith, the river, finding its course, aligning with God's grand design. Each challenge, each hurdle we face, is an invitation to grow, to evolve, and most importantly, to align. Align with a purpose larger than our desires, dreams, and ambitions. A purpose divinely ordained, lovingly crafted by a God who knows us better than we know ourselves. Let's consider Joseph from the Bible. Sold into slavery by his own brothers, wrongfully accused, and thrown into prison, he faced trials that could easily break one's spirit. But Joseph held on to his faith, trusting in God's purpose. And where did his journey lead him? To becoming a leader in Egypt, saving nations from famine, and reuniting with his family. What seemed like detours and setbacks were, in fact, aligning Joseph with a purpose that was far greater than he could have imagined. This is the essence of divine alignment. It's not about a straight, obstacle-free path. It's about a journey filled with lessons, growth, and revelations. It's about recognizing that the very struggles pushing us off course might be the divine forces pulling us towards our true calling. So, when life takes unexpected turns, when doors close and pathways seem blocked, pause, breathe, reflect. Dive into the scriptures, lean on prayer, and seek God's counsel. Understand that He is not pushing you away from your destination, but guiding you closer to a purpose that maybe, just maybe, you haven't recognized yet. Embrace the idea that your struggles aren't mere disruptions. They're divine realignments, alignments that are steering you, guiding you, and lovingly leading you to a future filled with hope, fulfillment, and God's everlasting love. And as we journey through life's intricacies, let's anchor ourselves in the unwavering belief that God's plans for us are always for our welfare. Plans that, in the grand scheme of eternity, weave our individual stories into His magnificent tapestry of creation. Life has its intricate tapestry of highs and lows, but through it all, there's a thread that binds us, the ever-present love and purpose of God. Think of the most breathtaking sunset you've ever witnessed. Before the sky erupts in vibrant hues, it first endures the enveloping darkness. Similarly, before we experience the profound joy and purpose that God has in store for us, we too might wade through moments of uncertainty and pain. Every struggle, every tear, every restless night is but a stepping stone, guiding us closer to our divine destiny. As the potter molds the clay, shaping and refining, our experiences, however challenging, are molding us into the masterpieces God envisioned. These aren't mere poetic words, but profound truths that generations before us have lived and testified. Imagine a canvas. Each brushstroke, whether light or dark, adds depth, character, and beauty to the painting. Our struggles are those very brushstrokes in the grand painting of our lives. They aren't blemishes or errors. Instead, they contribute to a bigger, more beautiful picture that is yet to be fully revealed. So as we navigate the ebb and flow of life, let's cherish not just the mountaintop moments, but also the valleys, for they harbor profound lessons and hidden blessings. And remember, even the mightiest oak tree was once a seed that stood its ground during the stormiest nights. You too have that resilience, that divine spark, waiting to burst forth in all its glory. Stay the course, lean into your faith, and always, always believe that the best is yet to come. For in God's book, the story isn't over until there's a triumphant ending, and He is penning your tale with utmost love and care. Thank you for being here with me today. If this message touched your heart or gave you some hope, please give this video a like. Your support helps share this message with others who might need it. Let's work together to spread positivity, faith, and love. Let's keep moving forward, with God by our side. Many blessings to all of you.